Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today's project is for the Vicki Boutin design team and I'm very excited you're here so I can show you how I created the background for this layout. Super simple as just watercolor and a lot of stamping. So I'm starting with a foundation paper that has already been pre-gesso and I have this picture of my kids and my niece and nephew on the first, I'm going to say it's not the first day of 2019, but it's the first picture of them together. And I always take a picture of them as soon as the year hits. It's just a way of marking how they're changing. Now, what I want to create is a horizontal design for this layout. So I'm drawing a line with my T ruler and a pencil. I'm going to stay about half, a little bit higher than half of the page. Now, you're going to see that I'm going to start creating, I want to add watercolor so that they transitions from yellow to blue. I wanted something very masculine because my nephew and my son are in this picture. And my idea is to have the watercolor kind of cascading from the center line. So for this, I'm going to scribble. I'm going to start with the yellow, and I'm using the 2 tones of yellow that comes in the warm set. And I added a little bit of water. I scribbled the crayon story onto a piece of acrylic, added a little bit of water, and then I'm going to spritz a little bit of water onto the center line where I drew it, just in the area where the yellow is going to add, not lots. I'm just going to add a little section. And then I'm going to add the pigment and kind of lift the page and tap it. This way, the watercolor and the water are going to mix naturally and they're going to create those drips. Like I said, my idea is to have kind of the watercolor cascading or dripping from the center line down. Now you're going to see that the yellow color is the only color that I'm going to extend higher or above the center line. And it's because that's where my picture is going to be seated. So I want a little bit of the mixed media, or in this case, the yellow tone, to show behind the picture. I don't want it to be white, and I want it to have that little bit of a haze of the watercolor behind it. Now, to create my gradation of colors, I am actually going to use a little bit of the color I used in the previous, in this case, the yellow, to create my green. So you're going to see that in my piece of acrylic that I have on the side, I wipe pretty much most of the color that I had, and then I went in with a little olive tone that comes in the neutral set from the art crayons. Scribbled it, added water, and mixed it with the yellow paint that I had. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add a little bit of water to the center line and then just add a little bit of the pigment and help it create the drip by tilting the page and kind of tapping it a bit on my desk. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue working. The next step was mixing the 2 tones of green that come in the cool set. And then I mixed it with a little bit of the olive that I had before. Again, added a little bit of water, and I continue working like that. Now you're going to see that after I did the 2 colors of green, I went just to the darker green. And then I'm going to save a little bit of the color on my acrylic sheet. I'm adding a little bit of the teal and so on until I get to the blue. Now the only thing that, no, you see everything. I put the entire process. The only thing is just be careful when you spritz your water. You're going to see that I spritz it just at the center line. And then I'm going to lift up the page and kind of, like I said, I'm tapping the page just to create a natural drip. If it goes a little bit higher of the center line, I'm okay. I don't want a straight line. I just don't want to overextend it to cover the entire page. That's the only thing that my idea was, just to have the, like I said, I wanted the watercolor just to be dripping from center line. And took no time to put together. This actually was pretty quick. The entire footage of this video non-stop, because I filmed completely, was 1 hour and 20 minutes. So it doesn't take long, but there's not a lot of mixed media added with like lots of water. This is pretty much the only part where I'm going to use water. Now I'm going to add a lot of playfulness using stamping. And my idea is I want to accent the colors, but I don't want to be like, what would I say? I don't want it to stand out. I just want to be little accents of the same color. Again, I'm going to use the circle stamp from the All the Good Things collection, and I'm going to work in the same tones from yellow to blue. And I'm going to use the ink wheels in this time. And again, you're going to see that I start using the sunburst. I wanted something, just the lines. I wanted the circles. My idea was to add circles. I want to play with circles on this time around. And all I'm doing is I'm stamping the circles, and I'm not cleaning the ink from the stamp in between changing inks. And again, this is going to help me transition the colors, because remember, I don't want blocks of color. The way that I created the watercolor was so that it transitioned the colors without having those harsh lines of separation. Now, once I've created all my sunburst stamping, and you're going to see that I stay pretty much on the center line, I'm going to go ahead and work the same idea using the little circle of polka dots that come in the same stamp set. And again, I'm just going to spread them around. Again, I'm staying in the center line, a little bit higher, a little bit lower, not going completely high or completely low. And then I'm bringing the stamp from the All the Good Things collection, the one that has the script, and I'm going to use the heart. There's two hearts, one that has an outline and one that has kind of a shadow, and I'm going to use them to stamp around it. You won't see the shadow heart. It's just going to add a little bit of a shadow to the background. Now, once I had that done, and if you know my work, especially when I do a lot of stamping or art journaling, I like to add black and little dashes. So my idea is I'm going to add little dashes, but I'm going to add them stamping. And I wanted a very fluid look to this. So I'm reaching for my art crayons. I'm using the black art crayon and a little bit of water to stamp. And all I did is scribble the art crayon onto my mat and also onto my stamp, add a little bit of water, and then you're going to see that I just kind of smoosh the stamp on the watercolor and then add it in different areas. I know it sounds, it looks scary because it looks like a little plops of black, but don't forget my picture is black and white, and I'm going to dim a little bit of it using a little bit of gesso. And for this, I am bringing the ink spill stencil, the circles, and a little bit of gesso and my stencil brush. And all I did is add a little bit of gesso onto my craft mat, spread it with the knife, and then I'm picking it up with the stencil brush, and then I'm kind of stippling on top of the stencil. And it's a very fine image that I created, but it has a tiny little bit of texture. It's not going to be bumpy, but it's not going to be either like a smooth application if I had used a palette. There's little, I don't know how to say it. Look, think of a stipple. And that's pretty much it. Super simple. Like I said, the background took no time to put together because it is a lot of stamping. It is a little bit of watercolor and then just some ideas with playing with the stamp. Now, while this dried, I went ahead and just pulled out pieces from the All the Good Things collection, a few from Field Notes. I fussy cut some hearts from one of the papers in the Field Notes collection, and I used the circle punches that come in the circle stamp set to create some circles from different papers from All the Good Things collection, from Field Notes, and from the 6x8 paper pad from Vicki. Just because I wanted, like I said, I wanted to create colors. I wanted to continue the look that I'm having, the transition from yellow to blue. Now, here's the only thing that you're going to see that I changed in a little bit. I added a piece of vellum behind the picture, and then I just started working on creating clusters of circles, and I'm going to add a little bit of the different pieces of ephemera. These all pretty much a lot of them come from the frames, ephemera packs from the All the Good Things and also from the Field Notes collection. I love the sayings, and it was the perfect cut, the perfect tones to create this layout. So you're gonna see that I start with all the yellow, and then I'm gonna move into with some of the green, and this green here is the B side of one of the Field Notes collection. It was the perfect transition between the yellow and the green. Now, that frame that I pulled out, that's from the All the Good Things collection. And like I said, because my picture is black and white, I'm going to bring some accents of black and white. And this frame was, I think, was plenty. There's no need to add more. It will take over the entire page. So just the fine frames I'm going to do. And then again, I cut out that little, says, I love my family. It's from a free printable from a Citrus Swiss Kit. And again, I look for all the papers that kind of help me in the transition. You're going to see this paper with the teal polka dots comes from the B side of the All the Good Things collection, and that little paper with the script is from the 7x10 of the All the Good Things collection. I'm bringing some that little circle is from Vicki's sticker book, and then the big black and white ephemera, it comes from the All the Good Things collection, as well as the bird. And why I brought that is because I want to create kind of a triangle, and I want to balance the circle. I thought that the picture is really big. It's actually almost 4x6. So needed something that was going to balance. So my idea was if I bring that love, that big heart there, it's going to balance the picture. And I'm going to bring the other half of that big circle frame just to kind of, it kind of balances the two sides. And then I'm going to add, you're going to see the little hearts that I fussy cut from from the Field Notes collection paper. Now, to create my title, and this is something that I struggle with a lot. It was where to put my title. And I thought there was a lot of empty space at the bottom. So all I did is cut a little slit, and then I'm going to fold the paper, and then I'm going to back it with this blue paper. Is from the Field Notes collection, and it actually matches the tones of the last blue watercolor that I added. So I'm going to add it at the bottom, and then I'm going to add this little sticker, is one of the frames from the ephemera pack from the Field Notes collection that says cool things. And I thought it was the perfect title. I don't want something that's going to stick out a lot. I don't want to add more black. I think there's enough, or gold. There, I didn't add any gold. And after that, I'm just going to bring some accents of all the colors that I'm using. So you're going to see that I added the clear stickers that look like little water drops from the Field Notes collection. I'm going to add a few puffy stickers, and I'm going to add quite a bit of enamel dots. Now, here's what I said I changed. And it's when I started working the layout, I realized that the picture needs something else to help it stand out. So I pulled this paper from the All the Good Things collection, and it's a darker tone of yellow. But because I have the vellum, it's going to dim it a lot. But it actually frames the picture and makes it stand out even more. And because one of the great things of working with yes is that things, even though you put glue, they don't stick that much. So I was able to pull it out without destroying my layout and able to back out the picture and then glue it back together. And then all you're going to see me do is I'm going to bring a lot of enamel dots. And this is from different collections. I love enamel dots. I have quite a bit of in my collection. So I'm just going to look for tones that match the background. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to add my lines of journal underneath the picture in that little where the yellow water drips are in this case, or the yellow watercolor is dripping down. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, super simple. The footage for this, because I did not stop filming, is 1 hour and 20 minutes. So that's how long this took to put together. Super simple. You don't have to do a lot to create something that's very striking. And I love how this turned out. Circles are a great way to go for a masculine or a feminine layout. In this case, it works. And I love it. I hope you try it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, and I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to check out Vicki from Creativation and check out her new stuff. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care, guys.